We made it. We made it through the first week in January, which is no small feat. My name is Daryl Sweeney. I am a business coach who works with high performers on all things business, life, and leadership. So last week, I dropped a video around goal setting, and it was really offering up some grace for those of us who might be just a little bit behind on setting our 2022 goals. Now, for me, I'm in that group. So whether you haven't figured out a New Year's resolution, whether you don't have your one word or you haven't nailed down the 2022 goals for your business, no problem. You still have time to get that done. That's me telling myself I still have time to get that done. Something else interesting happened though. I started to get a lot of response. Some people started sending me their goals. They let me know where they were struggling or what they were having trouble with figuring out. Really just what was going on in their head. And it was really powerful. I saw a lot of fabulous goals, powerful goals, scary goals, right? I've got a video that talks about scary goals, setting scary goals. I saw all of that. I noticed another pattern that I wanted to bring up, and I've talked about this before, but I think it's so important that I wanted to drop it again. When we think about goals, a lot of us set what I call outcome goals, right? And those goals include generating, doubling our revenue, acquiring more clients and customers, bringing in better talent, building a stronger team, right? These are all outcome goals. They're big goals that at the end of the year, we want to look back and be like, look at that, we did that. It's incredible. And I love those goals. I love outcome goals, and I think they're really important. But I really, really like activity goals. Now, an activity goal answers this question. When you're thinking about your outcome goals, what do you have to do every month? What do you have to do every week? What do you have to do every day to achieve that outcome? Right? These are the goals that I get excited, and it's a tool I use in my own business and my own life. I set activity goals. So I was talking to a client last week, and they brought a fabulous list of goals. One of it was a revenue goal. So they want to see a good amount of growth in their business this year. Right? Another was a client acquisition goal. So obviously those two are related. Right? So those are two of a handful of goals that they brought. But the one thing they had in common was all of their goals were outcome goals. And when I started to ask questions and kind of poke around, how are you going to get there? Or what do you have to do this week, this month, this quarter to achieve them? Things got a little fuzzier. You see, they didn't have the activity goals set. So her and I sat down, we started doing the work, we looked at each outcome, and we asked ourselves, what will make this outcome more likely? What makes this possible? And by the time we finished our call, with each outcome goal, we had a set of activity goals. And this is important because by the time she walked away, she knew exactly what her and her team had to do every single day they show up at the office, every single week they get together, and every single month to create a future where they meet those goals. That's the power of activity goals. What do you have to do? Do you have a revenue goal? What do you have to do to meet that revenue goal? Do you have an activity, or do you have a relationship goal? Do you have a new client acquisition goal? What are some of those big goals you have set for you and your business? And then what do you have to do consistently in order to achieve those goals? That's my challenge. Short and sweet video, but I really want to highlight the difference between activity goals and outcome goals and encourage you to tie some activity goals. Your outcomes are byproducts, right? You get the activities right and you do them consistently, and the outcomes will happen. And here's the beautiful thing. Focus on your activity goals. Show up each and every week, each and every month to do those activity goals and crush those. And I'm willing to bet that by October, November, you're going to look back and you're going to be able to see, I've done these activities consistently. And when you look ahead to your outcome goals, you're going to see that you're on track to achieve them all if you haven't achieved them already. Figure out those outcome goals, set the activity goals that marry up to them, and go from there. I look forward to seeing what you're going to achieve this year. If you're looking for a partner to challenge you, to ask you questions, to poke, to prod, to help drive some of those outcomes, to help establish some of those activities, to just look at your business through a different lens and be a partner to you in 2022, give me a shout. I would love to see what's going on for you. I'd love to see what's in your head. I'd love to see what's ahead for your business. Talk to you guys next week. Until then, be good, be safe.